My name is Elaine and I have celiac disease. Celiac disease has affected me because I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. My family and I learned about the disease together. They have always been very supportive of me. We learned how to read labels. We searched for foods together. I was diagnosed in 1980, 35 years ago. There was no blood test and there were no instantaneous biopsies, endoscopies. There were very, very few foods that were designated gluten-free. There were several breads, no crackers, no cookies. I reached out through the National Organization of Rare Diseases because celiac at that time was considered a rare disease that affected children and affected 1 out of 3,000 people. Today we know celiac is an autoimmune disease and affects everybody, men and women, adults and children alike. We now have doctors in the United States who are studying celiac disease. We now have rapid blood tests that can preliminarily diagnose celiac disease. So we've come a very long way. More attention to celiac disease is very important because celiac disease was always thought to be a gastrointestinal disorder. It is not. It affects your entire body. Because it is an autoimmune disease and it has a genetic component, it affects all of our family members for generations. Celiac disease research will probably have little effect on me at my age, but it will absolutely help every diagnosed celiac today and those yet to be diagnosed by looking for the varied symptomology and not just GI symptoms, and will make doctors more aware for easier and earlier diagnosis. Research is the key to helping every person that has every disease. Because this is an autoimmune disease with a genetic component, researchers will be able to look at all the various symptoms and accompanying autoimmune diseases that people with celiac disease have that have never been looked at before. I think the reason some people have been unwilling to participate in registries for celiac disease is because they think that the information that they will share will be public knowledge. Information on a celiac disease registry will be very private. There will be a limited number of people who will have access to that data, and the limited number of people will be those in the research and scientific community who will be able to use this information to the betterment of all celiacs. I would like to encourage every celiac, whether you are a celiac or a family member of a celiac or the parent of a celiac child, to absolutely sign on to this registry by sharing all of our information. We will have a leg up in the research community. We will be able to identify this disease faster, and people who have yet to be diagnosed will have an improved quality of life.